We have on stage Anita Nair, Ashwin Sani, and Amrita. Thanks a ton for serving our patients. We have a formula on how to say a story and say it well. I think we cracked it. Pretty much close on this session. It's wonderful that Amit and the PRAXIS Foundation team, everybody got the speakers here this evening. In fact, I'm going to give the mic to Amit himself to take things ahead.
Can you hear me? This is how you hold the mic. You hold the mic as it works. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'll take about 7 to 8 minutes to do 3 quick things. Then we move to the power panel of the evening, which is the start of 5 power panels we have between now and tomorrow evening. For those who are asking, we did not have a break deliberately because getting in and out was difficult. For those of you who feel like going out and it's your call, do it as you like. But by 8:10, we promise we find out what we have this evening here to move to the fun evening of drinks and dinner outside and the concert by Sonatma for a couple of hours from 8:30 to 10:30 right here in this hall. Just letting you know that. While the will remind you again at the end of the next session. We have 4 or 5 quick announcements to make. I wrote them down so I don't forget. The first is, if you open this handbook of yours, there is a contest on the 3rd page, I think. It's an interesting contest with a lot of political activity in the country, people being polarized towards the two large political parties. What would be your PR strategy for one of the two leading political parties in the country? When you move out in the evening or before you come in, if you come in by 8:45, you can keep that contest page filled in, handwritten to one of the men in black. You see there are men and women in black here. Tomorrow they'll be in white, so don't look for them in black. That's about the contest. The second, I just want to do this for me and Ashish here. Windows Phone 8X by HTC. Say it loudly with me. Windows Phone 8X by HTC.
Windows Phone 8X by HTC.
You know, you said it right. Okay, this is the phone that Microsoft is giving away tomorrow evening for the Twitter Jam. And I'm sure somebody from this room will emerge to be the Twitter champ. Moch from Avignata will decide who the Twitter champ is tomorrow evening at 3 p.m. Thanks, Moch. We also have an iPhone 5 from Aircel in the morning. That's for the early birds. So when you come in the morning, we will pick out a business card. A business card that you will give when you go out at 8:10 this evening. You just drop your business card in a glass bowl here. Those business cards will be picked out. One of them will be picked out at about 9:10 tomorrow morning. And the person has to be in the room to get the iPhone 5. As simple as that. If you're not in the room, the next business card will be picked out and you have to repent if you got stuck in traffic or came from somewhere else a little late. That's true. I just want to acknowledge the presence of 3 very special people here. We call them the PRAXIS Fellows. I want to call on stage for just 2 minutes, no speeches, Dinu Cherian, Igumar Shankar, and Vikram Karvi. I don't need any introductions. You can just find them on Twitter and know why they are the PRAXIS Fellows today. We reached out to several people in the first list. Kanaka Kiruva, Chinu, and Vikram Karvi. They are our brand ambassadors. They have helped promote PRAXIS in such a big way in the last 1 month that no other media, nothing else that we could pay for would do. Free social earned media from the 3 of them. Thanks so much. On a whim and a fancy a few months ago, when 2 girls who work in the office of Edelman Daily chatted to me on Twitter saying, why don't we have a PR fest like Goa Fest? I said, if you are game, let's do it. They are not here today because they said they can't afford flight tickets, and I didn't want to give them flight tickets and then get questioned by others why I gave those 2 girls flight tickets. I just want to mention their names. They are not here, Ankita Lal and Riksha Bell. They were the ones who said, why don't we have something like this in the video, and I chose to reach out to 12 different people who are in the actions this evening and a few others to come and help make this possible. So the idea was to create a scholarship to start with, because we thought we should start young, and we chose to reach out to the best brains in the institutes of mass communication in the country. And we had a scholarship program. The scholarship had various ways of evaluating the applicants, but one of the ways was to have an essay on a topic which you would have seen or heard of on our website and on Twitter a few months ago. We have with us the winner of the scholarship this evening. She's a student from the Mudra Institute of Communications, Ahmedabad, Aishwarya Padmanabhan. I would like to call her on stage right away, and I would like the three of the four team members to join us on stage. The board one is not in the country and coordinating. I request Mr. N. Madhavan, Mr. Sukanti Ghosh, and Ms. Melissa Arunabhan to kindly come on stage and hand over the check to Aishwarya Padmanabhan. Our father is in our midst and we want to acknowledge his presence here as well. Thank you, Mr. Padmanabhan, for coming here this evening. All details of the scholarship are on our website. You can read it up here. Sukanti, on stage, please. So there were 30 applicants and then 20 took it seriously and sent us essays, which we validated. Aishwarya was the winner, and the runner-up is not with us this evening, but will read her essay in the newsletter we are about to launch in a couple of minutes. Yeah, thank you so much, the both of you, and congratulations, Aishwarya. So students from Pondicherry University who are here, next year, your junior batch this year, you can try and win this prize. It's actually up to 50,000 rupees. There are 3 categories and you can win up to 50,000 rupees. If you come from small town India, and okay, that was the criteria. The last thing this evening is the Promise Foundation newsletter. I want to acknowledge Ambush Dixit, who's here representing the team Black Studio. They put together this newsletter in 7 days flat. And we have the newsletter this evening with us. We don't have a formal launch. I just want to share with you the newsletter, which is the great work of Ambush and the team back in Mumbai. All of you in this room will get a copy of the newsletter while we get ready for the next session. The ladies in black will give it to you. Thank you so much for waiting with a no-break event. We'll see how it works as an experiment. It works for many, it didn't work for some. Maybe tomorrow we'll consider some breaks between 9 and 3 in our sessions tomorrow. Yes, we will. And I want to apologize on behalf of Lake Pondy and the government of Pondicherry for the bookups that are happening in Manapur and Red City. I'm not controlled. When they happen, I just go for a walk. Okay? Thank you so much. I hand over back to Vasanthi. You'll hear more from me tomorrow afternoon.
In the presence of the mic guru, I learned to hold the mic this way. We learn and we learn. And to think that I had most of my career, both in NDTV and on the radio with the mic, except that those were different stuff. Coming back to the agenda this evening, we have a power panel waiting for us. And before we do that, to paraphrase Einstein, there is something that is contagious, but it's good to pass on. And that is creativity, I'm told. So this is going to be a panel discussion on that. And the panelists are, and I welcome them on stage one after the other. Founder and principal of Genesis Burson Master, Prema Sagar. Everman India's Managing Director, Robert Foley. Chief of Corporate Communications at Airtel, Deepa Lady. More names. Head of Corporate Communications at Procter & Gamble, Shweta Shukla. And it is finally time to call the moderator on stage, Managing Editor of the Holmes Report, Arun Sudhaman, who is here all the way from London.
Very much. Can we get the slides on? Are they coming? Before we start, I just wanted to say from the Holmes Report, we're the international media partner for PRAXIS conference, and we're very honoured actually to be playing that role. I think it's a really important initiative for India's public relations industry, and I think that the people of PRAXIS should be warmly applauded for taking this initiative and actually making it happen. Having just gone through an event that was hit by a hurricane, I'm pretty sure that a cyclone won't cause any trouble for PRAXIS 2012. Okay, so we can start. Well, we have a fabulous panel today, and we're going to talk about creativity. I think it would have been perhaps even better to do it in the dark. That would have been a bigger test of our creative faculties. That being said, before we start, I just wanted to run through some of the findings that we at the Holmes Report have discovered about creativity in public relations. We recently conducted the first major in-depth study of creativity in PR by polling around 700 people worldwide. So whilst I don't really want to question the great man, I am actually going to apply a little bit of science to the art of creativity. We can move to the next slide, please. Thank you. So one of the questions we asked our respondents was to describe the quality of creativity in the PR industry. And what I'm showing you here are the responses we got specifically from our Indian respondents. So out of around 700 respondents, we got something like 100 from India. And I think what you'll see from the results are that the majority of Indians think that the quality of creativity in India's PR industry is ordinary or worse. Alternatively, you could say around 40% think it's good or better. But as a journalist, I prefer the first formulation. That actually matches the global average fairly closely. Can we move to the next slide? This slide really shows you, I think, what are the barriers to creativity in the public relations industry. And again, these are the Indian results, and what we did find here was some notable differences. Lack of time came top, and actually that is the biggest barrier globally. When people are asked why they're unable to be as creative as they would like to be in terms of their public relations thinking, their public relations programming, their number one response is lack of time. Whether more time will make people more creative, I'm not really sure, but that's what people say. Now, number two, which is totally different and only occurs in India, is lack of clear creative objectives. Lack of budget was important globally, also in India. Overworked staff was something that came up in particular in India. So here we start to see some India-centric results, particularly the lack of clear creative objectives and overworked staff. We have the next one? And this is the final slide I'm going to show you. We asked people if they could do one thing to improve creativity in their organizations. What would it be? And now I'm going to tell you I can't actually see the slide. More knowledge of creative tools came number one. Again, this was a finding that was unique to India. When we asked this question globally, the two things people said most often were more budget and more time. But in India, people said more knowledge of creative tools, the ability to take more risks, more rewards for being creative, more time, and hire a creative director. Although having said that, when we asked people if they were planning on hiring a creative director, 50% said it's not necessary. We asked people to provide examples of campaigns that they felt showcased the best of creativity in public relations. And in India, we found two particular campaigns were cited most often. The first was this one. This is the Art in Motion from the Tata Nano launch. It was a broad campaign. The long-running campaign actually ended up, I think, taking perhaps a negative and turning it into something more of a positive. And finally, the other campaign that came up often was the HP Write and Read, which was a nice social marketing campaign, I think. So that's the kind of context I'd like to just introduce before we get to the panel. And that, I hope, is the hard work done for me, and I'm now going to hand over to my panelists. But I think what we have here is some genuine concerns about how creativity is developing in India's public relations industry. We see some barriers arising. People, I guess, are wondering how they can overcome these. And we see some suggestions as to how a more vibrant creative culture can be developed. India's PR industry. So I'm going to start in no particular order, and actually on the very left I'm just going to start with you, Rob, to say the first slide about quality of creativity in India's PR industry, how much does that concern you?
Not so much. Look, my take is this. If I were answering the question, which I did at first, if I were answering the question, I would say the biggest obstacle to creativity in Indian PR for us is lack of opportunity. Purely and simply, it's changing, but most of the mandates that we have are either so siloed to pure media relations, or are so budget driven that we don't really have much opportunity for creativity. So that is changing. I believe look, I've been here 3.5 years now, I believe the creativity is there, the potential is there, the possibility is there. I think the industry needs to continue to change a little bit in the direction we were talking about, away from sort of commoditized media relations to more strategic communication, especially in consumer-oriented programs, which is where the creativity can really come in. So I'm not too worried by the numbers of the study. I think a lot of it comes down to lack of opportunity at this point.
Thank you. Prema, I'm interested in your views based on that. Do you think it is a lack of opportunity, or do you actually feel that some of those factors, such as lack of time, lack of budget, need to be addressed?
So recently what I've noticed in the organization is that the creativity is really at the bottom of the team. And clearly from the discussion that we've been having about creativity a few minutes ago, I do believe that if there is a creative idea, I don't think actually that we need to cost for it, because you're going to win that business and you're going to win many more businesses. So that's going to be a differentiator rather than being about how much money will I get. And I do also think that if the young people are convinced about their idea, they can convince the client that PR can provide creative ideas. And we've seen it with a few people in the organization. We have about 280 people, but there are a few who have the courage to even come forward internally. So as a PR firm, you have to allow that to happen internally before you can even reach it to the client.
Thank you. Deepa, how much do you think some of these issues are down to perhaps the client side? How happy are you with what you see creatively from your agencies? And in what areas do you think that you could be addressing this as a client?
I think the fundamental question that I need to address, or I need to address, is that who owns this whole creative idea? I mean, sometimes we come up with a very interesting idea, very creative idea, but when it finally gets into its final fruition, it could be somebody else who's driving it. So I think that is one problem when it comes to creativity and PR. So maybe the idea has come to PR, the execution of that idea is somebody else's job. So at the end of the day, the applause goes to that particular team. So I think in order to address that, we need to create opportunities for cross-functional teams to work together within the company so that we are able to come up with ideas together and take ownership of the ideas at the same time. And I think another point which is very important, which happens within the client side as well as the agency, is that we are always the last mile. We are always calling when everything else is done and dusted, and we are just called just to be the services. So I think that is very difficult for us to be seen as adding value, not in the last mile as getting purely, but in the beginning when the idea is being thought of, or the idea is being discussed, or the program is created. Because I think that's when we are seen as custodians of ideas, as people who are generating ideas, as opposed to people who are just pushing press releases to get column pieces out.
Thank you, Deepa. Shweta, I think your point of view would actually be ideally timed now, because first of all, you are, I think, the only Caroline on this stage, if I'm not mistaken. And secondly, I think P&G is known for having quite an integrated approach to its public relations and marketing, where public relations does play a central role. So I wonder if you'd like to perhaps tell us how it is that you're able to incentivize and challenge your people to actually take that central role and deliver.
In PNG, we've been fortunate, I think, for the last decade, more than a decade in fact, we've been completely consolidated and integrated with what we call a brand operations organization, which comprises marketing, media planning and buying, direct to consumer, social, digital, which is a recent phenomena, and PR, which was there as part of this organization over the last 1 decade. That has helped immensely, not just the in-house team, but also the agency and our agency partners who vouch for it. What that does is, it brings in the creative idea or the creativity at the right time. It is very important that for creativity to see the light of day,